an empire stretching over 3,000 kilometers, an army that no one could defeat, laws, roads, and power so absolute that the entire world bowed before it. But if it was so powerful, then how did Rome fall? Today, we will uncover the complete story of the downfall of the world's greatest empire, the Roman Empire, the Golden Age. This was the Roman Empire. In 27 BC, one name emerged: Augustus. After years of civil wars, he brought stability to Rome. This marked the beginning of the Pax Romana, nearly 200 years of peace and prosperity. Rome expanded its influence across Europe, North Africa, and Western Asia. It boasted superior administration, a robust legal system, a disciplined military, and a massive trade network. Rome didn't just run on brute force, it ran on a system. But history teaches us one thing: the story of every great empire's collapse begins at the very height of its success. Behind Rome's glitter, cracks were slowly starting to form, the internal rot. Rome's greatest enemy wasn't outside, it was within. After Augustus, a string of weak and greedy rulers followed. Conspiracies for the throne became constant. The assassination of emperors became a common occurrence. By the 3rd century, things grew so dire that dozens of emperors were swapped in just a few decades. The loyalty of the army shifted. Soldiers now supported whichever leader paid them the most. An economic crisis deepened. Constant wars drained the treasury. Inflation skyrocketed, and the value of currency was debased. Heavy taxes broke the backs of farmers and merchants. The people's trust began to shatter. Rome looked strong on the outside, but it had become hollow on the inside. The barbarian invasions. When there is weakness within, enemies outside do not wait. Germanic tribes were pressing against the borders. The Roman army was no longer the powerhouse it once was. For 10 AD, a shock to history, Rome was attacked by the Visigoths. For the first time in 800 years, Rome was sacked. The whole world was stunned. The empire once considered invincible was no longer safe. Then, in 455 AD, the Vandals attacked. Each invasion left Rome weaker and more fragile. Finally, in 476 AD, the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed. This is marked as the end of the Western Roman Empire. The split and the legacy. The fall of Rome didn't happen overnight. Its foundation had been shaking for a long time. In 395 AD, Emperor Theodosius I had divided the empire into 2 parts: the Western Roman Empire, the Eastern Roman Empire. The western half grew weak and eventually collapsed. But the eastern half, which we call the Byzantine Empire, survived for nearly another 1,000 years, to finally met its end in 1453.
Charge! Break their ranks!